It's a massive victory for Indian Prime Minister Modi's diplomacy against Trump's pressure tactics after the India-Pakistan war. Islamabad has now confessed India has told the United States to stay out of the Kashmir conflict. Even as gun-wielding terror masterminds in Pakistan have made a huge confession on Operation Sindoor, more on that later. Pakistan's own foreign minister Ishaq Dar confessed in an interview to Al Jazeera on India's stand that Kashmir issue is just off limits even for America.
India says that it is a bilateral issue. We don't. So
he revealed, when the ceasefire came on May 10th, Rubio told me that dialogue between India and Pakistan would happen soon at an independent location. When I met Rubio on July 25th in Washington, I asked him what happened to that dialogue. He said India says that this is a bilateral issue, unquote. So within 2 weeks of Operation Sindoor, the United States had officially conveyed to Pakistan that it will not play any role in the matter with India. Yet publicly, US President Trump claimed nearly 30 times that he helped broker the ceasefire using trade, something that Prime Minister Modi-led Indian government officially denied. So while the United States did use trade to force Pakistan to surrender to India, New Delhi refused to compromise on its national interests.
Any conversation with the United States, was there any linkage with trade and what was going on?
Ishaq Dar also admitted that Pakistan seeks US involvement, but India won't allow Pakistan to do so. Moreover, India has refused to engage with Islamabad on anything apart from Pakistan's state-sponsored terror. In his address to the nation after Operation Sindoor, Prime Minister Modi spoke on India's resolve, saying that if there are talks with Pakistan, they will be on terror. If there are talks with Pakistan, they will be on POK. India wants Pakistan to dismantle its terror network that spreads violence, religious extremism, and hatred based on dark age cult ideology that's responsible for the most heinous terror attacks in the world, from Pahalgam in Kashmir to Mumbai 2008, to World Trade Center attacks, to London train bombings, or even Boko Haram in Africa. Ishaq Dar continued, "We don't mind third-party involvement, but India has categorically been stating it's a bilateral matter. We don't mind bilateral, but the dialogues have to be comprehensive on terror, trade, economy, Jammu and Kashmir, all subjects that we have discussed earlier," unquote. India has declared that any future terror attacks will now be treated as acts of war and will invite an overwhelming military response from the Indian Armed Forces. Indian External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar elaborated. The Prime Minister made it clear that the only talk with Pakistan will be on terror. Pakistan has a list of terror heads who need to be handed over. They have to shut down terror infrastructure. They know what to do. We are prepared to discuss with them what needs to be done on terror. Those are the talks that are feasible, unquote. Yet it seems Pakistan will need more convincing from the Indian Air Force and the Indian Army. A top commander of UN-designated terror group JEM or Jaish was seen giving another hate speech targeting India and justifying the use of violence and extremism. This is the same terror group whose headquarters Indian Air Force destroyed 120 kilometers deep inside Pakistan with multiple missile strikes, most probably using the BrahMos missile fired from the Sukhoi 30 MKI fighter jets or the Scalp missile fired by the Rafale fighters. Surrounded by gun-wielding guards, he also confessed how Indian Air Force eliminated global terror mastermind Masood Azhar's top aides during Operation Sindoor. This man was speaking in Pakistan's Punjab province on the 6th of September, stating, "To protect the ideological and geographical boundaries of this country, we hit or waged the jihad in Delhi, Kabul and Kandahar. And after sacrificing everything on the 7th of May, Masood Azhar's family in Bahawalpur were torn," unquote. India launched Operation Sindoor on globally designated terror outfits operating inside Pakistan after the Pahalgam terror attack. A Pakistan-backed terror group, which is a front of the LET, claimed responsibility for identifying and massacring 26 Hindu tourists in Kashmir in front of their families. India's response was swift and deadly, eliminating terror camps in 9 Pakistani cities, smashing 10 Pakistani air bases, and telling the United States and the world to stay out of the conflict. Now, US President Trump has also toned down his pressure tactics against India amid the ongoing trade war. In a social media post, Donald Trump revealed, quote, wonderful conversation with Indian Prime Minister Modi. President Trump says, just had a wonderful phone call with my friend Prime Minister Narendra Modi. I wished him a very happy birthday. He is doing a tremendous job. Narendra, thank you for your support on ending the war between Russia and Ukraine, unquote. Trump has also sent a team of US negotiators to India to break the trade and tariff deadlock after India refused to halt its purchase of Russian oil despite 50% Trump tariffs. Both Washington and New Delhi realized that despite momentary tensions and disagreements over tariffs, the India-US partnership will define the 21st century with deeper collaboration from trade to defense to next-gen technologies. Prime Minister Modi reciprocated Donald Trump's message, saying, quote, thank you, my friend President Trump, for a phone call and warm greetings on my 75th birthday. Like you, I am also fully committed to taking the India-US comprehensive and global partnership to new heights. We support your initiatives towards a peaceful resolution of the Ukraine conflict, unquote. In fact, Prime Minister Modi and India's global stature has grown leaps and bounds after Operation Sindoor anti-terror operation, which shows India's firm resolve in fighting religious hatred and extremism. Global leaders wish Prime Minister Modi on his 75th birthday, led by Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu.
Prime Minister Modi, my good friend Narendra, I want to wish you a happy birthday.
To Australian Prime Minister Albanese.
Happy birthday to my friend Prime Minister Modi.
New Zealand Prime Minister Luxon.
Good friend Prime Minister Modi, congratulations on your 75th birthday from me.
To Bill Gates.
Prime Minister Modi, my best wishes to you on your 75th birthday.
To Tibetan spiritual leader Dalai Lama. And even World Cup winning football icon Lionel Messi. Meanwhile, Pakistanis are still waiting for a handshake. India is also emerging stronger after a trade standoff with America. Trump has sent a team of US Chief Negotiator Brendan Lynch to India. He met Indian Special Secretary Rajesh Agarwal to discuss further trade policies and tariffs. Both the sides described the meeting as positive and forward-looking. India's Union Ministry of Commerce and Industry issued a statement after the talks stating, acknowledging the enduring importance of bilateral trade between India and the US, the discussions were positive and forward-looking, covering various aspects of the trade deal, unquote. Even Trump's trade advisor Peter Navarro also toned down his anti-India rhetoric, stating, India is coming to the table. Prime Minister Modi sent out a very conciliatory, nice, constructive tweet. And President Trump responded to that. We'll see how this works, unquote. Trump just a week before had posted, I look forward to speaking with my very good friend Prime Minister Modi in the upcoming weeks. I feel certain there will be no difficulty in coming to a successful conclusion for both the countries. And in response, PM Modi had stated, our teams are working to conclude these discussions at the earliest. I am also looking forward to speaking with President Trump. We will work together to secure a brighter, more prosperous future for both our people. Seeing this newfound bromance between Modi and Trump, surely Asim Munir would be pacing his underground bunker. Not only did the world witness Indian military precision strikes destroying Pakistani terror camps, now it appears the United States is again backing its long-term partnership with the world's largest democracy and soon-to-be third biggest economy, India, rather than a failed terror state like Pakistan. Have your say. Will Pakistan ever correct its ways, or will India need to carry out Operation Sindoor Part 2? Leave a comment with your opinion, hit the like button and subscribe to Inconnect News.